Hollywood is a place of glitz, glamour, and endless possibilities. It's a place where dreams come true and stars are made. But the bright hills of Hollywood are not just filled with success stories. They are also filled with miserable tales of stars who fell for the allure of drug abuse. This grave decision took them down a pretty dangerous and sometimes irredeemable path of destruction. From child stars whose lives spiraled into darkness due to addiction to Hollywood heavyweights whose legacies will forever be tainted by their struggles with drugs, here are 17 actors whose lives were destroyed by drugs. A stark reminder that even in the land of dreams, addiction can be a devastating reality. A reality that doesn't discriminate based on fame, fortune, or success. Number 17. Carrie Fisher. There is rarely any face more recognizable than that of Carrie Fisher, immortalized as Princess Leia in the Star Wars saga. But behind the iconic hairstyle and the fierce persona lay a woman fighting her own war, a battle against addiction that began in the shadows of Hollywood's glitz. Thrust into fame's unforgiving spotlight at a young age, Fisher's life soon became entangled with drugs. At just 13, she started experimenting with cannabis and eventually dabbled in harder substances, even confessing to using cocaine during the filming of The Empire Strikes Back. She admitted she wasn't particularly fond of it, but was swept into the cycle of getting high to cope with the chaos around her. As if her struggles with addiction weren't enough, Fisher also faced bipolar disorder, a battle that had her dependent on a cocktail of medications, each pulling her deeper into the void. Rehab and even electroconvulsive therapy were tried, but the storm inside her never fully abated. When Fisher passed away in 2016, traces of heroin, morphine, cocaine, and ecstasy were found in her system, a tragic reminder of a lifetime at odds with herself. She remains a cautionary tale, proof that addiction's grip can haunt even the brightest stars. Number 16. Macaulay Culkin. You must have heard the saying, "Not all that glitters is gold," and Culkin's life exemplifies this perfectly. As a child, he lit up screens around the world, charming audiences with his playful smile and antics in Home Alone. Yet, behind the laughter, fame was a double-edged sword. By the time he reached adolescence, he had amassed a fortune most people only dream of. But the cost? A fractured childhood and a complex relationship with his parents culminated in a public decision to separate financially from them. The intense media scrutiny took a toll on him, leading Culkin down a dark path of drug use. His arrest in 2004 for possession of marijuana and a controlled substance was one of the few glimpses the public had into his struggles. Later, a haunting 2012 photo of him, looking frail and gaunt, spread across the internet, sparking rumors about his health and addiction. Though Culkin publicly claimed to be clean, the world remains intrigued by the scars left by his turbulent journey, a testament to the hidden costs of childhood fame. Number 15. Drew Barrymore. From the first time Drew Barrymore lit up the screen as the lovable Gertie in E.T., she stole hearts worldwide. But behind the early fame was a darker reality. By just 11, Drew was battling a drinking problem, a wild reality for someone so young. At 12, she began using cocaine, and her life seemed like it was on a fast track to destruction. Rehab followed after a desperate attempt to end her own life at 13, a tragic outcome of her rough childhood and the relentless pressure of Hollywood. Raised by an alcoholic father and a mother who struggled with boundaries, Drew had few stable influences. Hollywood, seeing her spiral, even began to blacklist her, threatening her career. But Drew fought back, committing to various rehab stints and bravely rebuilding her life. Years later, after a tough divorce in 2016, she briefly retrogressed, turning to alcohol as an escape. Yet once again, Drew Barrymore found the strength to walk the hard path to sobriety. Number 14. Robert Downey Jr. Before he donned the Iron Man suit, Robert Downey Jr. faced personal battles that almost cost him everything. Raised in a household where drugs were normalized, his father reportedly introduced him to marijuana at just 6. Downey fell into addiction early. Despite early success, his struggles with drugs escalated, leading to arrests, rehab, and even prison. By 1999, he was sentenced to 3 years, a turning point that forced him to confront his addiction. With support from his now wife Susan, Downey began his journey to sobriety, eventually reclaiming his career. His comeback as Iron Man not only reignited his career, but also highlighted his resilience. Downey's story is one of redemption, proving that, with determination, even the darkest chapters can lead to a powerful resurgence and a second chance in Hollywood and life. Number 13. David Hasselhoff. Known for Baywatch and Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff was America's heartthrob. However, a private struggle with alcohol surfaced publicly in 2007 when his daughter filmed him drunkenly attempting to eat a hamburger on the floor, a moment that shocked fans. The incident highlighted the toll his drinking had taken on his family and his career. Prior to this, he had entered rehab in 2002 and had faced a DUI in 2004. Determined to change, Hasselhoff used the viral video as motivation to address his addiction, entering rehab and focusing on repairing his relationship with his daughters. Today, he continues to work toward sobriety, recognizing the importance of accountability and family. Hasselhoff's journey is a reminder that, even for public figures, addiction is a personal battle that requires strength and continuous commitment to recovery. Number 12. River Phoenix. There's a saying, "Not all those who wander are lost," but River Phoenix's path was anything but clear. A child prodigy turned teenage icon, River's gift for acting came with heavy baggage. While filming, he'd fight to stay clean. But once back in LA, the temptations proved overpowering. October 31st, 1993, was a night of tragic finality. He collapsed outside the Viper Room, his body unable to withstand the lethal cocktail of heroin and cocaine. At just 23, his life was snuffed out, leaving a legacy forever tinged with what could have been. River's story isn't just one of fame, but a haunting reflection of the price paid when the line between reality and the Hollywood illusion fades. Number 11. Nicole Richie, daughter of singer Lionel Richie. Nicole Richie first found fame on The Simple Life alongside Paris Hilton. The show skyrocketed her to celebrity status, but with the fame came immense pressure, leading Nicole to turn to alcohol and drugs. Her addiction culminated in a DUI arrest in 2007, a moment that served as a stark wake-up call. Determined to take control of her life, she entered rehab in 2008, starting her journey toward sobriety. Overcoming addiction, Nicole not only rebuilt her life, but became an advocate for addiction awareness, helping others understand the dangers she faced firsthand. Today, she remains a symbol of resilience and growth, her journey serving as proof that recovery is possible, even from Hollywood's harshest spotlight. Nicole's story is an inspiring reminder that second chances are within reach, even in the face of addiction. Number 10. Heath Ledger. What price would you pay for greatness? For Heath Ledger, playing the Joker in The Dark Knight wasn't just a career-defining role, it was a haunting immersion into darkness. Born in Perth, Australia, Heath's early years brimmed with promise, but the leap to stardom had him wrestling with insomnia and the pressures of fame. He'd rely on a cocktail of prescription pills to catch even a few hours of sleep, a habit that blurred the lines between control and chaos. By January 22, 2008, the toll was visible. Heath was found unresponsive, his body succumbing to a tragic mix of medications. At 28, he left a legacy marred by a silent struggle. Heath's fall wasn't from lack of talent, but from the immense weight he carried alone. A stark reminder that the road to greatness is sometimes lined with shadows that refuse to fade or be forgotten. Number 9. Anna Nicole Smith. To the world, Anna Nicole Smith was a glamorous model and larger-than-life TV personality, but behind the image was a woman in pain. Chronic health issues led her to a reliance on prescription drugs, aided by those close to her who used false prescriptions to maintain her supply. February 8, 2007, marked the end of her struggles when she was found dead from a lethal combination of drugs. She wasn't just a star lost to addiction, but a tragic example of how vulnerability can be manipulated in a world that values fame over well-being. Anna's story underscores the heartbreaking reality that beauty and charisma can mask deep-seated pain. Number 8. Judy Garland. Judy Garland, celebrated for her role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, led a life marked by immense pressure and exploitation. Studio executives pushed the young actress to maintain a relentless filming schedule, introducing her to amphetamines to stay alert and sleeping pills to rest, a toxic cycle that began in her teenage years. By adulthood, Garland struggled with addiction, enduring multiple stints in rehab. On June 22, 1969, at age 47, she died of an accidental overdose of barbiturates, shocking fans worldwide. Her life stands as a cautionary tale, shedding light on Hollywood's darker side, where young stars often pay the ultimate price for fame. Garland's story remains an unforgettable reminder of the toll that unrelenting fame can take, especially when an industry prioritizes profit over the well-being of its brightest talents. Number 7. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Some actors leave behind more than a body of work. They leave a deep void. Philip Seymour Hoffman was one of those rare talents, but his life was shadowed by addiction. After years of sobriety, he relapsed in his 40s, returning to drugs and alcohol that eventually took his life on February 2, 2014. The combination of heroin, cocaine, and other substances proved fatal. His death was a harsh reminder that addiction is a lifelong battle, one that sometimes wins despite years of resistance. His story serves as a testament to the fact that even the most celebrated talents are not immune to life's darkest struggles, and that addiction's shadow is a difficult one to escape completely. Number 6. Britney Murphy. Britney Murphy, known for her roles in Clueless and 8 Mile, was a star with undeniable charm and talent. However, her life behind the scenes was marked by health issues and controversy. On December 20, 2009, at just 32, Murphy was found dead in her home. The coroner's report cited pneumonia, iron deficiency anemia, and multiple drug intoxications as contributing factors. Her death left fans and friends alike in shock, as Murphy's career was still on the rise. Her story underscores the pressures and health toll that Hollywood can place on its stars, revealing how untreated health issues and the demands of fame can tragically converge. Britney's legacy is bittersweet, a stark reminder of the hidden struggles many face in pursuit of Hollywood's promise of glamour. Number 5. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was a child star loved for her roles on Nickelodeon and hit films like She's the Man. But early fame and struggles with self-image took a heavy toll. In her 20s, she began using Adderall, along with other substances, spiraling into erratic behavior and a series of alarming public incidents. Her struggle with addiction culminated in a public breakdown, leading her to retreat from the spotlight and seek help. Since then, Bynes has focused on recovery, working to rebuild her life outside the public eye. Her journey from beloved child star to someone grappling with addiction shows the harsh impact fame can have on young celebrities, but also the resilience it takes to face and overcome personal struggles, reclaiming a life once at the mercy of fame and addiction. Number 4. Tara Reid. Tara Reid became an it girl in the early 2000s, loved for her roles in American Pie and The Big Lebowski. Behind the public image, however, was a battle with alcohol addiction fueled by Hollywood's demands. Known as a party girl in the tabloids, Tara's personal struggles soon overshadowed her acting success. In 2008, she entered rehab to confront her addiction, a vital moment in her path toward recovery. Though her public image took a hit, she emerged stronger, determined to rebuild her career and personal life. Reed's story highlights the challenges of balancing fame with personal well-being in a culture that often glamorizes excess. Her resilience serves as a reminder that recovery is a hard but achievable path, and that overcoming addiction requires both courage and a commitment to change, especially under Hollywood's unrelenting gaze. Number 3. Earl DMX. Earl DMX, the iconic rapper and actor, captivated fans with his raw lyrics and intensity. However, his life was marred by a long battle with addiction, beginning in his youth. DMX's dependency on drugs shadowed his career, resulting in multiple arrests, stints in rehab, and ongoing struggles. Despite his undeniable talent and influence in the hip-hop world, addiction ultimately claimed his life. On April 9, 2021, DMX passed away after suffering a severe heart attack induced by a drug overdose, leaving the music world in mourning. His passing at just age 50 serves as a tragic reminder of addiction's unrelenting grip and the challenges many artists face behind the scenes. DMX's legacy is complex. He was both a symbol of resilience and a cautionary tale, reminding fans that behind every powerful performance can be a life of struggle and hardship. Number 2. Corey Haim. Corey Haim was a beloved teen heartthrob in the 1980s, known for films like The Lost Boys. However, his Hollywood journey was marred by early exposure to drugs and an intense lifestyle. Haim's rise to fame was accompanied by battles with substance abuse, which began as a way to cope with personal trauma. Despite several rehab attempts, addiction maintained a strong hold on him. In the early 2000s, Haim's career faded as his dependency deepened. By March 10, 2010, he was found dead in his mother's apartment at just 38. While initially thought to be an overdose, his death was ultimately linked to pneumonia, with a history of addiction casting a shadow over his final days. Haim's story remains a painful reminder of the unyielding pressures on young stars and the personal battles that can linger long after the spotlight dims. Number 1. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's career has been marked by both acclaim and controversy. Known for films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ, Gibson also struggled with alcoholism, beginning with his first DUI in 1984. His drinking escalated over the years, leading to a publicized arrest in 2006 that forced him to confront his addiction. Entering rehab, Gibson began a path to sobriety, working to reconcile his public and private personas. Though his struggles have been intensely scrutinized, Gibson's commitment to recovery has allowed him to continue acting and directing, rebuilding his life and career. Today, he remains a figure of both talent and resilience, illustrating that even the most celebrated individuals face battles with addiction. Gibson's story stands as a reminder that sobriety is a journey, not a destination, and that change is always within reach, no matter how public the fall. And there you have it, guys. 17 actors whose lives were forever altered by the lure of addiction in Hollywood. Behind the dazzling lights, each of these stars faced a reality that fame could not protect them from. A battle with substances that took them down paths of darkness and despair. From child prodigies whose innocence was stolen by early fame to Hollywood legends whose legacies are shadowed by addiction, their stories are a stark reminder that even in the land of dreams, the cost of fame can be devastating. We hope this video has shed light on the often hidden realities of addiction in Hollywood. If you find it brain-tingling, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content just like this.